Every electric car has a trap, a mistake its owners keep making that costs real money, and it is different for every single model. Ioniq 5 owners ignore a warning sign that ends with a dead car on the highway. Old Leaf owners commit the one sin their battery cannot forgive. Tesla owners follow a charging rule that is exactly backwards for their battery. Today, I'm going through 10 popular EVs, one by one, and the specific mistakes owners make on each of them, from $1,000 door repairs to habits that quietly double battery degradation. Find your car on this list, because at least one of these is costing you money right now. Let's get into it. Starting with the Volkswagen ID.4, where the biggest owner mistake is refusing free medicine. The early ID.4 launched with software problems we covered in the buyer guides. Laggy screens, frozen infotainment, backup cameras that failed to boot. Volkswagen spent years fixing all of it, but here is the catch most owners miss. Many of those fixes never arrive over the air. Unlike a Tesla, big chunks of ID.4 software healing happen through dealer campaigns, updates installed at the service department, sometimes taking a full day. Thousands of ID.4s are driving around today running launch-era software, glitching daily, owned by people who assume the car simply is like that. It is not. The cure exists, it is free, and it is sitting at the dealership unclaimed. The second ID.4 mistake is ignoring the 12-volt battery. Early cars developed a reputation for 12-volt drain issues that can strand a car with a perfectly healthy main pack, and owners who replace it proactively around year 4 avoid the tow truck entirely. Third, used buyers. Verify every recall and campaign is closed before purchase. The ID.4 has accumulated several. They are free to complete, and an unfixed example is a discount you are paying full price for. The ID.4, in its final, fully updated form, is the polished bargain we covered on the cheapest to own list. The mistake is driving one that never got there. Number 9 is the Toyota BZ, and its predecessor, the BZ4X, where the mistake is planning road trips around a charging curve the car does not have. Toyota engineered these packs conservatively, as we covered on the longevity list. Modest 150 kilowatt peak charging, protective buffers everywhere, batteries designed to outlive the loan. Brilliant for durability. But owners who road trip, like Tesla or Ioniq drivers, running the battery low and counting on a fast blast back to 80%, discover the trap. The BZ family charges cautiously, and the original BZ4X in particular becomes dramatically slower in cold weather, sometimes taking an hour or more for a fast charge session in winter. The mistake is not the car, it is applying another car's playbook to it. The play for BZ owners is rhythm. Charge earlier, charge more often, precondition when the car offers it, and treat winter road trips as a plan-ahead exercise rather than an improvisation. Second mistake, new BZ owners skipping the discounts. As covered in the deals videos, up to $7,000 in factory cash plus 0% financing has been sitting on this car, and buyers who walk in unaware pay thousands more than the person who watched this channel. And third, for used shoppers, do not judge the refreshed BZ by the old BZ4X's reviews, and do not pay new BZ prices for the old car. Same badge, different machine. Know which one is on the window sticker. Number 8 is the used Porsche Taycan, the half-price luxury rocket from the performance bargains list, where the mistake is treating a 50% discount like a 50% simpler car. Bargain hunters see a $45,000 Taycan and skip the homework they would never skip on a gas 911. That homework has 5 figures riding on it. Start with the one that bricks cars, the 12-volt battery. Early Taycans became famous for 12-volt failures that shut down the entire vehicle. A $200 component stranding a 6-figure machine. Any used Taycan should have its 12-volt service history verified, and replacing it proactively is the cheapest insurance in the Porsche world. Second, the recalls. Early cars accumulated several, including battery-related campaigns. And a used example with open recalls is unfinished business wearing a price tag. Third, the inspection most buyers skip entirely, the battery health report and the air suspension cycle test from our used EV playbook. Porsche packs have held up well in the data, and the 8-year warranty transfers. But verifying beats assuming when the replacement cost has 6 digits. And the ongoing mistake: budgeting like it is an economy EV because it charges like 1 tires. On the big staggered wheels, run 4 figures a set. Brake service, alignments, and specialist labor all bill at Porsche rates. The Taycan at half price is still the best driving EV ever built, and the deal remains real. The mistake is forgetting that depreciation discounts the purchase, never the maintenance. Number 7 is the Rivian R1T and R1S, where owners make the most Rivian mistake possible, accessorizing away the range they paid for. The adventure identity is the whole appeal. Roof tents, crossbars, light bars, gearboxes, and chunky aftermarket all-terrain tires. Every one of those upgrades bills your battery. Aggressive all-terrains alone can cut efficiency by 10 to 15%. A roof tent at highway speed costs even more. And stacked together, owners turn a 410-mile truck into a low 300s truck, then post confused range complaints on the forums. The truck is fine, the accessories are drinking. Play it smarter. Run the aero wheels and stock tires for daily life, and save the Expedition setup for Expedition weekends. The racks come off in minutes, and the range comes back with them. Second mistake: the Rivian version of a familiar story. Gear guard and camp features left running around the clock. Like the Sentry systems we discussed on Teslas, the always watching cameras sip meaningful charge parked at home in the garage where they protect nothing. Set the smart exclusions and let the truck sleep. Third, towing without planning. Towing cuts any EV's range roughly in half, and Rivian's own trip tools account for it. But owners who wing it with the standard navigation learn the math on the shoulder of the interstate. And the buying stage mistake that echoes our deals coverage: paying for the max pack when your actual life fits the standard battery. 75,000 miles of warranty says Rivian built these to last. The mistakes are all in how owners dress them. Number 6 is the Kia EV6, where the defining mistake is ignoring the early warning signs of the one component this platform is famous for: the ICCU. Regular viewers know the story from the EGMP coverage. The integrated charging control unit is the documented weak point across the Hyundai and Kia electric family, and when it fails completely, the car can lose power entirely. But here is what most owners never learn. The ICCU usually warns you first: slower than normal home charging, a 12-volt battery warning light, charging sessions that quit early. Owners shrug these off as gremlins, keep driving, and get the full failure at highway speed. Those symptoms are the car asking for help, and the fix is free under the coverage extension up to 15 years and 180,000 miles on affected units. The mistake is not the component, it is driving past the warning. Second mistake: EV6 owners in cold climates skipping battery preconditioning before fast charging. The 18-minute charging miracle we have praised across a dozen videos only happens on a warm battery. Plug in cold in January, and the session can take triple the time. Then owners blame the car. Route to the charger through the navigation, and the car heats the pack automatically. Third, buying the GT as a daily commuter without reading the range line, 231 miles. The weekend weapon caveat from the performance video surprises owners who assumed all EV6's road trip equally. And the money mistake, paying anywhere near sticker for a model Kia has deprioritized. As covered on the discontinuation watch list, the EV6's slow sales mean the discounts are deep for anyone who negotiates informed. The warranty is 10 years. Use every inch of it. Number 5 is the Chevrolet Bolt, both generations, 2 completely different mistakes. Start with the older Bolts, the used bargains. Owners plan road trips like they drive a Tesla, and the old Bolt simply is not that car. Its DC fast charging peaks around 55 kilowatts, a fraction of what modern EVs pull, meaning a 10 to 80% session can stretch past an hour. The old Bolt is a brilliant commuter and a punishing road tripper, and the mistake is buying it for the wrong job, then hating a car that never lied about what it was. Used Bolt shoppers make the paperwork mistake too, failing to verify whether the recall replaced the battery. As covered on the longevity list, GM swapped packs across huge swaths of the fleet, meaning thousands of used bolts carry batteries years younger than their odometers. A 2019 with a 2022 pack is a cheat code. A 2019 that somehow missed the campaign is a question mark. Same listing price, one document apart. Check before you sign. The new generation Bolt gets the opposite mistake. Owners applying old lithium rules to the new LFP chemistry. The 80% daily limit that protects most EV batteries is wrong for this one. LFP packs want to be charged to 100%, and GM recommends it regularly because the battery management system needs full charges to calibrate its range readings. New Bolt owners babying their pack at 80% get drifting range estimates and zero longevity benefit. The one car on this list where the cautious habit is the mistake. Charge it full, drive it cheap, and let the chemistry that won the durability study do its job. Number 4 is the Nissan Leaf. And this one splits into two completely different cars with two completely different rulebooks, and owners keep applying the wrong one. Every Leaf built before the 2026 redesign carries the most famous engineering omission in EV history. A passively air-cooled battery, no liquid cooling, no thermal management fighting for the pack's life. We have told that story across the channel, the Arizona degradation horror stories, the resale collapse. But here is the ownership mistake that still happens every single day. Fast charging an old Leaf repeatedly, especially in summer. With no cooling system, every fast session bakes the pack in its own heat. And back-to-back fast charges on a hot day, the classic road trip pattern, is the single most battery destructive habit possible in any mainstream EV. Old Leaf owners who treat fast charging as an occasional emergency keep their range for years. Owners who road trip on it watch the capacity bars vanish one by one. Same car, opposite outcomes, one habit apart. The used buyer mistake follows directly. Buying any older Leaf without reading those capacity bars and pulling a battery health scan, the Leaf Spy check from our used EV playbook, because two identical looking Leafs can be separated by 40 miles of real range. And the flip side mistake, timely for this channel, judging the new Leaf by the old one's sins. The redesigned 2026 car finally has liquid cooling 303 miles and a sub $30,000 price. One of the best value EVs in America as covered on the ownership cost list, choked only by supply. The old Leaf teaches caution. Punishing the new one for it is leaving a bargain on the table. Number 3 is the Ford Mustang Mach-E, where the mistake hierarchy starts with paperwork that protects your powertrain. Regular viewers know the early extended range cars had the high voltage junction box issue, overheating under repeated fast charging that could trigger sudden power loss. Ford recalled it, the fix is free, and yet used Mach-E's are trading hands right now with a campaign incomplete, bought by owners who never checked. 5 minutes with a VIN on Ford's recall site separates a known good car from an open question. Skipping that check on a 2021 or 2022 extended range car is the single most consequential Mach-E mistake there is, and it is entirely free to avoid. Mistake 2 lives in the driveway. Mach-E owners skipping Ford Power-Up software updates. Unlike a Tesla, the Mach-E's over-the-air system has historically needed the right conditions: good signal, updates enabled, sometimes patience. And owners who never bothered are driving cars several software generations behind, missing the Blue Cruise improvements, charging refinements, and bug fixes that transformed this car since launch. The same dealer visit rule from the ID.4 entry applies to the stubborn updates. Ask, because the fixes exist. Third, the daily habit. Using that beautiful frunk as a permanent storage locker while ignoring the 80% charge limit setting on NMC packed cars, the standard chemistry rule the Bolt entry flipped. And the buying mistake, courtesy of the deals coverage, paying sticker for the last EV, standing at a company, stacking 0% financing, 90-day payment holidays, and bonus cash on it. Ford's desperation is the discount. The recall check is the homework. Do both. Number 2 is the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the best-selling non-Tesla EV in America, which means its signature mistake is the most widely made on this list. Same eGMP platform as the EV6, same ICCU story, but with the biggest owner base learning it the hard way. So here is the tell every Ioniq 5 owner should memorize. The 12-volt battery warning light. On this platform, that little icon is rarely about the 12-volt battery itself. It is the classic first symptom of an ICCU beginning to fail, because a dying charging unit stops feeding the small battery properly. Owners see the light, assume a cheap battery issue, and keep driving, right up until the power cuts. The informed owner sees that light and books a service appointment the same week, gets the extended coverage fix free, and never experiences the highway version of this story. One warning light, correctly read, is the whole difference. The used buyer mistake comes straight from our $25,000 used EV guide, not knowing the trim year quirks. The 2024 SEL quietly lost the ambient lighting, rear vents, and rear armrest of earlier years. And buyers who do not know pay identical money for less car, while the informed shopper targets the right year for the right features. Third, skipping the battery preconditioning through navigation, the same winter rule as its Kia sibling. The 18-minute charging headline only belongs to owners who root through the nav, and the everyday one. Ioniq 5 owners with the new native NAC support leaving their included adapters in the box, then getting confused at older CCS stations. The adapters ship with the car. Keep them in the frunk, not the garage. 10 years of warranty, awards on the shelf, the sales crown. The Ioniq 5 forgives almost everything except an ignored warning light. And number one, the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y, because the best-selling EVs on Earth host the most widely committed mistakes on Earth. Start with the one that feels completely harmless, the doors. Owners grab the frameless glass to slam them, or make a habit of the manual release lever instead of the electronic button. And repair bills from that habit run $1,000 to $2,000 in door hardware, regulators, and pinched seals. The button is the way, every time. The manual release is for emergencies, not routine. Second, Sentry mode running 24/7. Brilliant at the grocery store, pointless in your own garage, where it burns electricity around the clock and needlessly cycles the most expensive component you own. Set the home exclusion and let the car sleep. Third, the charging rule millions have backwards. The theme of this whole video. The LFP rear-wheel drive cars want 100% charges regularly to stay calibrated, while the long-range NMC cars want the 80% daily limit. Thousands of owners baby the battery that wants to be full and stuff the battery that wants restraint. Check which pack you have. The car's manual tells you in one line. Fourth, living on superchargers when home charging exists. Up to $8,000 more over 5 years, plus the double speed degradation from the fleet data. And fifth, the money bonfires. Thousands on paint protection film for a mass-produced car whose bumper respray costs less than the film, launching at every stoplight until the $1,200 to $1,600 tire bill arrives early. And overbuilding home charging with panel upgrades, the average 40-mile commute never needed. A regular wall outlet covers most American driving overnight. None of these mistakes reflect a bad car. They reflect the price of being everywhere. The Model 3 and Y are most people's first EV, and first EVs collect first-timer habits. Break these 5, and the most proven EVs in the world get even cheaper to own. 10 cars and not one shared rulebook. The Bolt wants what the Model Y forbids. The old Leaf punishes what the Ioniq 5 shrugs off. The Taycan discount hides homework. The Rivian accessories tax the range. And half these cars are begging their owners to claim free fixes that sit unclaimed at dealerships. The pattern is the lesson. An EV is not a gas car with a plug. It is a machine with its own manual, and the owners who read theirs save thousands, while the ones who guess pay the difference. Find your car's rules, then drive it for 300,000 miles knowing you are not the owner making the list. I am Nick, this has been Nick's Car Review, and I will see you in the next one.